I've heard this story. Some of you in the room may have heard it as well. This man has a bucket list. And this bucket list he put together because he had an experience that almost ended his life on an airplane, a plane that almost crashed. And among the items in your bucket list was to own a sports team, as I recall. You had a number of others. You had 100 items in your bucket list?
101.
101. What's the next item in your bucket list? What's your top item right now?
Well, get married, fall in love, get married, have children, have grandchildren. My kids are getting older. Maybe one day I'll have a grandchild. Wouldn't mind helping to bring the Olympics to Washington, D.C. That would be a good thing to get off the list. I think we deserve that.
That on your bucket list?
Yeah, I'd like to work hard at that. And you know, I encourage people. Most of you could come to me if I hired you as an intern and write a business plan for me, or make your list of all the features that a competitor has about something. But when I usually ask people, how will you know, how will you metric whether your life was successful? We're not trained that way, right? You know, the book I wrote was called The Business of Happiness. I took my son to the Library of Congress. They've got the original documents that are the original business plans of the United States. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I never once had a mentor or a parental figure saying, your goal is to be happy. It was always your goal is to be successful. And I was kind of bringing my children along that way till I went and said, geez, it doesn't say life, liberty, and pursuit of money. It says life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. So I wanted to become a student of happiness. And so I first made this list, and then I did tons of research on what makes self-actualized people happy. And it's been a wonderful way to spend that part of my life and career to say that if you're happy, you can be successful. If you're successful, it doesn't mean you're going to be happy. You know, Michael Jackson lawsuit last week. Boy, he was pretty successful. Had to be one of the unhappiest people of all time, right? He was drugging himself with what they give you to put you asleep to operate on you, right? That means numb me up because I can't deal with how unhappy I am. And so the list, and I encourage people, make your own list. And it's a challenge for you to script out, here are the things that you want to do. What I have found, though, if you envision it, you write it down. I did own a sports team, win a championship. When I was approached initially to buy the teams, I passed. I said, you know, it's a lot of money, it's a lot of scrutiny. I get young kids. I don't know if I really want them growing up with that kind of environment. And I came home that night, and my wife said to me, anything new? I said, yeah, this guy approached me today about buying the teams. And she said, what'd you say? And I said, I passed. Why? And I told her. We ate dinner, put the kids to bed, took a shower. I'm laying in bed right before we turn off the lights. She says, what if you get 99 of the 101 things checked off and you don't buy a team and you don't win a championship? Will you die happy? And that thought nagged me.
Good night, dear.
I give credit to my wife that she had to remind me. I had written that down as a life, how to live life without regret. And yes, there were a million reasons not to do it, but it was written down. As Jack Kerouac said, first thought, best thought. And not only has it been great for our family, it's also ended up being a great financial thing long term, because I had to sell AOL stock to buy the teams, right? And so it's funny. So I encourage people, make your list, right? Just write it down and then start checking them off.
Make your list. Ted, we have gained so much from your experience, your insight, your storytelling power. Come to School of Media and Public Affairs anytime, as a student, as a teacher, as a guest, because it is, and I hope it always will be, contagious.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.